take things up in a spirited manner, or you would like to take things in a lighter way? Okay, this is what I really remember, okay, is that it's a burning desire to excel. How badly do you need it to really be successful? Do you see that passion in Virat Kohli's eyes when he plays? Does he really badly want to win? Okay. Do you see that kind of a passion in Amir Khan's work? He's a perfectionist. He kind of really puts in a lot of work to really make a beautiful product. Do you see that passion? Okay. You see some of them who really badly need it. That's the attitude for me. So, your ability to set a goal in terms of saying that what do I want to really achieve in my life, or what do I want to achieve this year, setting that clear goal and working towards that requires a strong attitude, and that's a big difference. I've just hired a lot of people just based on their attitude, like their ability to fight and make a mark for themselves. I've hired a lot of people. They may not be really having knowledge and the skill, but hired a lot of people. So work on your attitude. I have listed down a couple of pointers in terms of what I really look for when I hire. First, know yourself. Being self-aware is extremely important. What are your strengths are? What are your area for improvement? And it's very important to really be authentic. A lot of times this happens that, okay, my neighbor is doing this, let me also do that. Right? Oh, he's studying that, let me also study this. You don't know who you are. It's very, very important to really find yourself first. It takes a lot of introspection to really find and being authentic. Second one is passion. What is your passion? There are certain things which you are really, really passionate about. If you pick a job or a profession which is where you're really passionate about, which comes very naturally to you, there is a lot more possibility that you will be successful. If you just pick it up because the package is good, or oh my God, I got a job now, like it's enough. Okay, you might really survive and do okay. But if you're really passionate, then there is a lot of scope for you to really make it big. Last part is patience. Okay, I don't really blame today's young generation. Our technologies are like that. Right? Like we click post here, the entire world gets to know about it in our Facebook. Right? And everyone thinks that it is very easy and possible to really grow fast as well. It takes a lot of hard work, and it requires a lot of patience to really make that way through. You focus only on what is under your control and wait and ensure that things really come your way. So there's a lot of patience which is required. So first of all, it is important to really know yourself, finding your own strengths and banking on your own strengths. Make sense? All right. Next one is sense of ownership. Okay, when I really hire, I look at people saying that what is their sense of ownership? I'll give you a small story. There were equally good students in a college, and they join an army as administrators. So once the day is over, both of them were going back to their home, their quarters. And at that point of time, one realizes that they have not switched off the lights in the room. So one says that, hey, we have not really switched off the lights, let's go back and really switch off. Another says that, hey, it's okay, army is such a big company, there's so much of a spending, switching off one light doesn't make a difference. But this person thinks that he owns his work, and walks around 4 miles back and switches off the light and goes back. So difference is that he has demonstrated ownership. 20 years down the line, the person who demonstrated ownership there has owned a company, and the person who decided to walk off works for his company. So when you join a company, okay, you will have a job description saying that, hey, this is your job. But if you think, hey, this is my company and I will work towards it to really take it to a greater heights, your chances of really growing in that company is a lot higher. So you got to really demonstrate a bigger ownership there. So your accountability, if a work is really given to you, can you really do it with accountability? If you say, I will do it, do you have that integrity to complete it within the same time? Are you positive and determined? There will be a lot of difficulties which will come, but it is very important to really say that, okay, I am positive, but when you're really pressed hard, can you stay positive? Can you stay determined? Let it go. Sayadumara poi. Right? So a lot of us will kind of really get into that mode, but it is very important to stay positive and determined. Flexible. Business doesn't operate always 9 to 6. It requires you to be really flexible. There will be certain times higher volumes, bigger pressures. Lecturers would agree here. This program is stretching them a lot, right? In terms of to really provide this exposure, you've got to really be aware and awake and ensure that to really make things happen, it takes a lot. So are you really flexible? So your flexibility plays a big, big role. The last one is customer orientation. Your entire existence of being employable is to ensure that you are customer-centric. What does customer want? Now say for example, you walk into a restaurant, nice restaurant, and you order 1 plate masala dosa. All right? You are a customer. Agree? Do we do that? What do we want there? First of all, we want a nice masala dosa, right? Crispy, nice bhaji inside that, right? Nice sambar, chutney. But if it comes after 30 minutes, will you be happy? Huh? Nice masala dosa, 30 minutes. You want it in 5 to 6 minutes, max? Otherwise, what happens? Masala dosa, you sit here and another person has got it. You see, look at him. Aklu boka battini. You pick up a fight with the waiter. Why is this? As a customer, you want it to be served first. Timeliness is important. All right, let's say for example, masala dosa comes to you in 3 minutes, but soggy. Cheppe. No salt. Does that excite you? Come in timely. You ordered here, check it has come. Doesn't make sense. Quality is important. Second, masala dosa has come in 3 minutes, fantastic quality, 500 rupees. Right? You don't want it. So, it's important to deliver on a timely basis, great quality at a cost-effective price. That's what the crux of all businesses are. Right? Masala dosa is a funny story, but across all businesses, customer wants it to be what he has asked, deliver it rightly, and deliver it cost effectively. Otherwise, you will lose the business. So knowing this, having that customer orientation is extremely important. Are you with me? All right. So if you have the burning desire to excel, you will go a long way. If not anything from what I have really told today remains with you, please have this. Walk out of this room saying that I'm going to make something of my life. All right? Perfect. Next part is knowledge. Knowledge is a strong foundation, and some wise gentleman has mentioned this. Knowledge is the power, but only when you apply it. What is knowledge? We have all the information we need in the world today at a click of a button. How many of you have smartphone here? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Everyone have a smartphone. How many of you have Google in it? Everyone. Anything under the world, you can just put, what is this? Detailed information is available. Right? Wikipedia you go, everything is available. But is that knowledge? Is that knowledge? Information is available, but knowledge is your ability to use that information into a practical situation. Are you with me? Your ability to apply that information into a right place. And knowledge is just not about knowing. Your experience teaches you a lot of knowledge as well. Gives you how to really handle a situation, how to really go about. That's knowledge as well. Let's really look at what is knowledge. When I hire, okay, I ask very basic questions. How many are commerce graduates here? Okay. My first questions usually are, what are the golden rules of account? People have learned how to handle mergers, acquisitions, right? Acquisition, big cost accounting entries. Very good, very good. All right, thank you. Yes. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. But then, all right, thank you. All right, then I asked saying that how do you apply it? I kind of give a real-time scenario and say that, how do you apply golden rules of account? That I studied in PUC, sir. Now you ask me like higher level questions. No. Focus on basics. Know your subject well. Apply them practically. And most importantly, having systems knowledge. A lot of them do not really have systems knowledge. Whenever you get a time, learn about Excel. Excel is a powerful tool. How many of you know Excel here? It's not like, no, I know there is Excel. Like, no, not that. How many have worked on Excel? All right, good. I know that a lot of institutes today are providing exposure to how pivot tables, HLOOKUP, how to really put a formulas together are extremely important. Okay, having basic system knowledge. If you're a commerce graduate, go ahead and really learn a little bit about SAP, Tally. That will give you a good exposure out in terms of how systems handles accounting. Next one is your experience. Just having knowledge is not adequate enough, but you need to have a right kind of experience. Get your hands dirty. What does this mean? Hard work. Read 2 more pages of the textbook? No. When I say practically, go ahead and work somewhere, right? In United States, kids start to go to business houses, okay? Small companies, like it could be Subway, McDonald's. They go ahead and really work there just to get an experience. They earn their own pocket money. Similarly, it's very important to really get some amount of exposure to really build your knowledge. When you actually go ahead and really work in some places, like you have your internship, work there, understand. At that point of time, you kind of really build a lot of exposure for yourself. And when you work there, seek feedback. How did I do? Was I really effective in my work? Did you like my work? How can I get better? Still, after 15 years of work, I go back to my manager and really say that last 1 month, whatever work I have done, how have I really done? Can I improve? What are the areas where I can get better? Okay, it's very important to seek feedback from your higher ups and really improve yourself, reinvent yourself. Otherwise, your learning stops. Be curious. What's happening? Somebody's doing that work, speak to them, understand how it works. Don't be, okay, this is the work I have given. Completing doesn't help. Be curious, understand what's really happening across the board. Asking the right questions will help you. Okay? So getting the right kind of experience. And I'm telling you, this is what I really look for. If the basics are there, right? Has this person really pushed himself to really get some experience behind, or directly has come, like fire me now, like, hire me. Get some experience. Last one is update and upgrade yourself. Continuous learning. A lot of us say that, once the graduation is done, oh my God, right? You feel that? No? You've got to be a continuous learner. There's so much changing every time. It's very important to really upgrade yourself every time. And then change management. Today, what is relevant may not really be relevant tomorrow. So there is a change, being open for change, learning continuously always helps. And as always, business affairs, industry trends, read what's happening in the current landscape. All this will help you to really stay current and be updated in the current environment. Otherwise, you'll just know only what's been taught to you. So, knowing about basics, okay, having some real-time experience, and your ability to upgrade and update yourself will make you a lot more relevant and gets a hiring manager, interested in you. All right, make sense? All right, let's move on to the next part of it, skills. And it's the game changer. You might have a great attitude, you have studied everything, but if you don't have the skills, you won't win. Okay, let me give you a real example. Okay. Now, say for example, okay, somebody's worked really hard, okay, to really pick up a post-graduation degree. Okay, somebody wants to really be a good lecturer, right? Like, I want to be a lecturer, I want to be a teacher. But if a person doesn't have ability to handle students, okay, can he be a lecturer, good lecturer? You stand here, students will rip a person apart, right? Absolutely. Okay? You need to really control your class, and that requires a skill. You might really want to really do burning desire, knowledge is there, but if you can't handle a classroom, you don't have that skill, then you can't really conduct a class correctly. So it's extremely important to really have the right kind of skills, and that's a game changer. The first point, extremely important, is the effective communication. A lot of us don't really pay adequate attention to this. A lot of us think that the ability to speak in English, your fluency, that's not. English is just a language, kind of really that language over a period of time, but effective communication starts when you are able to listen properly. Your ability to listen. I'll give you a funny example. Okay, I was doing this interview and meeting a lot of people. Usual first question is introduce yourself, right? Like, and you would have prepared. So this candidate walks into my cabin and says that, hey, welcome. What makes you excited to really apply for this job? This was my first question. And this person answers saying that, my name is Mahesh, I come from Banshankari, I stay here. Like, not listening at all, right? So what's the kind of impression I would have? I was laughing. So a lot of us are set with our mind, saying that, okay, what do I have to really answer? Not even listening. So it's very, very important. Communication starts when you listen, understand, and then communicate back. So extremely important to really listen. Then it's very important to be clear and concise and speak with conviction. A lot of times when I ask a question like, hey, tell me about yourself. I was born in this place, like which hospital? And from there, this whole story starts, right? Like, I've done this, that, this. Introduce yourself goes on for like 10 minutes. No, it cannot be that long. It has to be 90 seconds. I'm just giving you an interview example, but this is for life. It's very important to really be concise and clear. Your answers, your communication should be like a bullet point. Zoop, and really make that impact. And most importantly, it should drive action. When you work for an organization, your communication should ensure that somebody else is taking an action and it is just not in the air. The last part is non-verbal communication, right? Plays a big role. Especially, I'm giving you more tips around interviews because probably that's something which will help you in the immediate future. What you say plays only 7% importance. your body language, your tone plays a big, big role, right? Now say for example, somebody walks into an interview, stands like this. Hello. Hi. Gone, right? There's no cheerfulness at all. Body language is gone. What? Hello, sir. Like, there is no enthusiasm. Got to really build that up. When you walk in for an interview, you are a product. You're trying to really sell yourself there. That I am unique. Hire me. I don't want to really buy a dead person. Right? You've got to really have a cheerfulness within you. And communication skill is the most important skill. And a lot of don't have it gets crushed. Sometimes extreme enthusiasm. Like coming, hugging, you're like, no. Right? Like, take it easy. There's a balance. Like, Rahul Kini told me to really show enthusiasm, let me go. Like, take it easy. Okay, balance, professional. Helps you a lot to really build that kind of and back yourself with the knowledge, of course. Okay, but communication is extremely important, which will help you to be a winner. And non-verbal communication. Second part is execution, your ability to get things done. All talk and no work will take you nowhere. You should really back yourself up and really get the work done. First, initially, you might really impressed by words, but then you will be seen saying that, can you get the work done? Will you work, or are you a lazy person? Right? We all work in a team environment. And a lot of us are different. Very, very different. Your thought process is different from another person. We all feel that, okay, why is this person is doing like this? So finding that common ground and working together as a team and your ability to relate well to others help you to be successful. Planning and organizing. Okay, when a particular work is given to you, how do you really plan? How do you really kind of really organize yourself? Event management. Okay, how many you are participating, when there is an event in the college, class, how many you take part in it? None of you? Yeah? Yeah. You learn a ton. I have learned a lot through event management, conducting an event. Please participate, and that requires a lot of planning and organizing. And other than textbooks, if you manage an event well, all this, you'll get it to yourself. So if there's an event which is happening in your college, volunteer yourself, participate. There's tremendous amount of learning there. Finally, time management. We have only so much time available and so many different tasks to be completed. Prioritization, scheduling what has to be happening at what time will go a long way. So time management. Solve problem is the final and the most important skill to have. Every day in the business, there will be plenty of problems which will come up, okay, because life is not like a dream. Every day there will be day-to-day challenges, large problems. So are you able to really solve a problem? Are you part of the problem? Are you part of the solution? Is a big, big questions to be asked. Right? So can you analyze, investigate, come up with a solution? Can you take a large amount of data, divide that into a smaller bits, and ensure that right kind of insight is provided to the business? Try and really do that right now itself, and probably will develop that skill. Commercial awareness. I go back to my shop floor and ask for ideas. People come up with bizarre ideas. Commercial awareness in terms of saying that how does business work? What does it really take to implement this idea? Okay, is it viable? Thinking on those lines and bringing credible ideas to the table is extremely important. Last one is initiative and self-motivation. Okay, once you really get on to work, yes, there will be recognition, rewards, culture, but there will not be people to really come and really tell you saying that, hey, great job. Like, every day's motivation may not be there. Got to really motivate yourself, take initiative and really go for it. And that's the skill which we really look for. when you are kind of really pushed, can you really motivate yourself and really pick up? Because not everybody will have a time and space to really give it to you. So can you really manage yourself? These are some of the effective skills, which when I really reflect back on my career, or when I've really seen in a corporate how it works, these are the things if you really have inculcate within yourself, then you have a strong possibility of making yourself employable. All right, so here are some of my key takeaways which I wanted to really share with you. I would like to really summarize saying that each one of you have a tremendous future ahead, provided you take action. You take ownership for yourself and push yourself and really make this opportunity which is available in your hand big. Take one day at a time, ensure that you win every day. Make an effort to win every day, handle your failures, and you have a bright future ahead. Thank you very much for providing me a patient listening. And I will open it up for any questions you may have. Feel free to ask questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer them.